Hey Anna, I'm going to show you how to make one of those forms from scratch. Um, I think you'll be able to edit the other one if you want to do it that way as well, but I'm just going to show you how to make it from scratch. So if you go to New, you want to go to New Google Forms, okay? And you can give it a title, a name. So let's say we're going to make Jack Kim's Weekly Feedback Form, however you want to do it. I'm going to do that. Um, Then the first thing you want to do is set up the settings. So anytime that it's something for teachers, then you want to require the GSIS login to view the form. If you're sending it a form to a student or outside of the community, you want to unclick that because you have to have a gsis.sc.kr email address in order to be able to access the document in that sense. Also, the second one says that you are going to collect the information from the person who's filling out the form. So if you want to know who's filling out the form, you click that. And in this case, we do. If you were voting on something and you didn't want that, then you wouldn't do that. Um, if you want there to be a progress bar, like saying how close they are to being done, which you don't need to for this because it's short, you could click there. Um, you can also say you want to make sure that people only respond one time, and which really doesn't apply here either, or to shuffle the question order. In other words, like if you were going to make a quiz of some sort and you wanted different kids to get different questions at different times, then you could shuffle the order, but that doesn't apply here either. Okay, so you will notice that whatever the title you give to it up here also shows up here. You can give a brief description or instructions here. So teachers, please give feedback on Jack's performance this last week. If it's not in your class, whatever. Okay, you can make that say whatever you want to say. And then the question title means that it is the question, right? So how has he participated in class? Question mark. Whoops. Okay. Um, Now you could give a description. We're specifically tracking his being alert and awake, or I don't know. That's not what you're tracking. I'm just showing you the kinds of things that you could put in here. Then you can choose the type of question. So if you choose text, then this is the kind of answer they're going to give, a 1 or 2 word text. If you choose paragraph, it gives them more text. If you choose multiple choices, then you can put in the choices that you want them to choose from, and you can also add an other box, and then the person answering it can fill in something else. If, for example, he has, he hasn't, I'm just hitting return and it's going to the next line. Oh, I don't want this option, so I can hit X here to click that one out, and now I have the 3 options, okay? So you decide if that question is required or not. In other words, when the person fills out the form, they cannot submit it. If you click this button, they cannot submit the form unless they've answered this question. You have to decide how important the question is. I do that on some forms and not on others. You'll just have to decide whether that's important for you or not. And then you click done. um, then you can add another item. The other thing is you can, here you'll see that you can edit, you can duplicate. So let's say you're going to have several questions and the answers are going to be the same in all of them. So you want to duplicate this because now you just want to change has he, homework. Um, how has he completed homework? These are terrible questions. Don't use these. Okay. Anyway, but then you would have the same options here. That would be one option for you to, one time that you might want to duplicate a question. Or, okay, so I'm going to add another item. Oh, look. Oh, here's, okay, so this one was, the next one is a checkbox. So here I can say, um, his attitude was positive and helpful and alert. His attitude was kind to others, mean, bullying, whatever. And then when they go to answer it, they can mark multiple things in these checkboxes if you choose the checkboxes. Also, you can choose from a list. So if you want to do it this way, then when they see it, this actually gives them a drop-down box and they just choose. But again, this is for only one. They would only get one choice on this, whereas checkboxes give them multiple choices, so they could check this one and this one or all that apply. And you might put that check, all that apply if you use checkboxes, okay? And then done. And then let's say I just want to show you these other question types. You can do a scale. So you can tell the scale I want it to be from 1 to whatever. And then at the beginning it's this, and at the end it's that. And so rate his overall achievement this week. Terrible question. Don't say that. From 1 to, remember I like to do even numbers. 1 being poor, exceptional, done. And okay, so show the link to submit another response. No, you don't. You only want them really responding once, so you're not going to do that. Otherwise, if you keep that on, then after they've submitted their responses, they'll say, would you like to take it again? And that would be, like we do that on the discipline referral, because maybe you have 5 discipline referrals you want to turn in, so you can do another one, run right after the other. Publish and show a public link to form the results. No, you don't want to show everybody the results, or allow responders to edit the responses after submitting. I sometimes say yes to that. I don't exactly know what happens when you do that, but I do that. Okay, so now you could send the form to somebody, but before I do that, I'm going to go view the live form. So now you can go look and see what it looks like. Okay, so see here, I can check multiples here. I can only check one here. See if I and oh, it looks like I have something here that's not, something here is not right. So I'm going to go back and edit the form. Actually, I'm just going to go back because I'm here and I see that this is something just random, so I'm just going to put that in the trash. Okay? All right, when you want, then you can, so you, from this page is generally where you send the form, and it's like sending a Google Doc. You can do it 2 ways. You can get the link and go put it somewhere, or I like to just send it from here, and it says include the form in an email or not. So if you include it in the email, it means that when they actually open up their email, they see the questions on the form. They don't have to click something to go to the form. So they can just go click, click, click right in the email, and then it will send it to the form. And so that's what I choose to do for mine. And so then you would just put Jack's Teachers, whatever, however you set up a group to do that. You could, and then I send a friendly message, and that will go to all of them. Okay. All right. So I hope that helps. Okay. Talk to you later.